So I would start by saying always dead wood. I don't see a dead branch in this tree, but I do see a lot of suckers, and so that is step number 2. So all this stuff that grew last year or the year before, and here's a sucker that's probably 2 years old, that the way I would prune that sucker out is to do something like so. Here's another sucker water sprout that you could take off right here. And a more deer rod, right. Here's another branch that is somewhat unproductive, was a sucker. Here's a sucker right here. So I'd start at the base and take out suckers, number 1, and you can work your way up, and you can see there's a lot of suckers up there. Now my loppers. From here, once the suckers are removed, and by the way, look at right here, 1, 2, 3 suckers that all should come out. The wood that I like to leave on a pear tree is all this horizontal branching right here. And the wood that I would take off of these limbs are these suckers and water sprouts that are going up through the center of the tree. And then I would do a little thinning to make it easier for that bird to fly through the tree. To take out limbs that are robbing sunlight from other branches. But pears can be left a little hairy, folks. It's not a problem. This needs to be shortened up. You can do that. So once the tree was done, leave all the horizontal wood. I don't like that branch at all. And take out all the suckers and water sprouts, and that's about it.
What about that one right there?
Yep. So I'm going to cut him back into, here's wood that grew last year. Well, let me think. Let me look at it really quick. Sorry. So on a pear tree, here's wood that grew in 2018, last summer. How do I tell? I look for that little ring where growth stopped in the fall and started again in the spring. So here's 2018 wood. I go back to here, 2017, 2016, 2015, and 2014. So once this limb was really growing quite slowly, but once it got out here far enough that it got enough sunlight, it really started to grow upright and tall. And so I cut back into older wood, and that's the point. Instead of cutting back into wood that grew last year or younger wood, I cut back into older wood. And you'll still get some more suckers here next year, but not as many. Remember I said that tipping is something we do on young trees, not older trees. We do these thinning cuts, these bigger cuts. Any other questions on pears?